And your Stanley Cup champions for year number 2 are the Buffalo Sabres. That is their first championship ever. They swept the Ottawa Senators and the New Jersey Devils in rounds number 1 and 2. In the third round, they took care of Pittsburgh in 6 games. And then they took care of the Chicago Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup final in 6 games as well. My goodness. So here is the start of the year 2 offseason with your Washington Capitals. As of right now, these are the players we are not re-signing going into free agency. I do want to re-sign Backstrom if he comes down on his price, because as of right now, I mean, I guess it's a 1-year deal. Before it was a 3-year deal. I absolutely was not doing that for a 37-year-old, but now that's 1 year. It's only $9 million. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of cap space anyway, because we're not re-signing Barry. We're not re-signing CC. Yeah, I guess I'll sign Backstrom now. Before it was a 3-year deal, so I absolutely was not doing that, but I think I'll do this out of respect. He may end up retiring anyway, so we'll see what happens going into July 1st, but yeah, I'd be willing to do this. All right, I got him down to 8.25. Sounds good. And as for everybody else, Barry, CC, Shepard, Lindgren, and McIlrath, they are going to be walking to free agency. All right, we're on June 23rd now, which means it's time to sign some prospects, assuming we want to do so. We have 3 guys with deadlines coming up. You got Hyland, Patrick Thomas, and Antoine Keller. Keller's already 20 as a goaltender, half-star ability, 2-star potential. I may as well just sign him because we don't have too many goalie prospects at the moment. That might be something to target in the draft. Hyland, 22, 1-star ability, 2-star potential. Not really a fan. Patrick Thomas, however, 1-star ability, 2.5-star potential at 20 years of age. Personality's fine. Yeah, I like some of what he's got going on here. I think we'll sign Patrick Thomas. How's Liv Shunov doing? He's 1.5-star ability, 4-star potential. He's getting there, but I think he would benefit from another year in college. Ryan Leonard, let's see. 1.5-star ability, 3-star potential. Yeah, I think 1 more year in college for him as well. I'm not in any rush with these guys. Like, they can take their time. I'm not going to rush them to the NHL if they're not ready. Parasak's performance actually decreased in the WHL. He had 92 points 2 seasons ago and only 77 this year. But still, I think I'll let him stay in Prince George for right now. Want to see if he can get his point total back up there. Maybe get to a 2-star ability before the year's end. Yeah, I don't think I'll be signing any of the prospects. I think it's just Thomas and Keller. Of course, that could change after we do the draft. You never know. We might get a NHL-ready prospect, especially with how high we're likely to be picking. So that is it for that. Let's make our way to the awards. And here we are at the awards ceremony. For the Ted Lindsay, you have Connor McDavid at 110 points this season, 47 goals, 63 assists. The Art Ross goes to Sebastian Aho, who had 114 points, 52 goals, 62 assists. Maurice Richard goes to Leon Draisaitl, who had 54 goals, 101 points. And the Lady Byng goes to Cole Caulfield. He had 95 points this season, career high for him. Bill Masterton goes to Brent Burns on Carolina, 40 years of age now. He had 39 points as well. And the Mark Messier Leadership Award goes to Alex Ovechkin. There you go. So, I mean, hopefully this isn't it for him, but if it is, that's a good way. I mean, as good of a way as he was going to go out on this team. Obviously, a Stanley Cup would have been better, but, you know, it's just not, that wasn't even close to being in the cards this year or anytime soon, probably. So on top of getting the all-time goals record, he also gets the Mark Messier Leadership Award this year. Obviously, that's not a big of a deal, but still nice to see him get an award there. And for the Jennings Trophy, you have Cam Talbot of LA. And for the Hart between McDavid, Quinn Hughes, and Makar is Connor McDavid, of course. And for the Conn Smythe, you have Seth Jones of Chicago. So we have a player on the losing team of the Stanley Cup finalists that wins the Conn Smythe. Interesting. I wonder how Buffalo's players did during the playoffs. Let's see. Tage Thompson with 26 points. I don't know. You could have given it to Thompson there. Or Skinner even. Let's see in goal. A 934 save percentage for Levi. You could have given it to Levi too. That's a really good save percentage. And this is the playoffs, right? Yeah, that's the playoffs. 934 save percentage. I don't know. I would have given it to Levi if that was me. I'm not saying Jones doesn't deserve it, but I don't know. I personally think Levi stole the show there for Buffalo. I think he deserves the Conn Smythe. Anyway, moving on to the Calder, you have Crystal, Afanaseyev, and Benning. Come on, Crystal. Oh, Afanaseyev wins on Nashville. He had 57 points compared to Crystal's 46. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. And for the Norris between Theodore, Quinn Hughes, and Brandon Montour is Quinn Hughes of Vancouver, 94 points. For the Selke between Eriksson Ek, Cirelli, and Horvat, it is Anthony Cirelli of Tampa. For the Vezina between Sorokin, Saros, and Odinger, it is Sorokin with a 922 save percentage and 6 shutouts. GM of the year between Davidson, Blake, and Pekka is Rob Blake of LA with 60 wins. So LA, a 60-win team this year. And for the Jack Adams, it is Todd McClellan, also of LA. No surprise there. And here's the overall league stats for anyone who is curious. Aho, of course, is first overall in terms of points. Then you have McDavid, Fiala, Larkin, Draisaitl, Skinner, and DeBrincat. So 7 100-point guys this year. And let's check out in goal. And let's say a minimum of 20 games. 925 save percentage for Thompson. 923 for Hellebuck. Sorokin with a 922. Of course, he won the Vezina. Aiden Hill also with a 922, but in fewer games played. So here's our season summary. It is as expected. We had no positive categories, all the negative categories, and the only redeeming quality is that we had a longevity bonus of 1. So our total season score is 1, total career score 4. Unfortunately, we once again do not get any points to spend on our GM, but you know what? We're just gonna have to power through. So with that, we will advance to July 1st. Yep, there it is. Nicholas Backstrom has officially retired from the National Hockey League. As it seems, unfortunately, I cannot turn him into a coach. I was really hoping that we'd be able to do that this year in FHM 10, but maybe some point in the future. Wait a minute. Did Kirk Muller improve his coaching forwards ability? Do we finally have coaching progression? I could have sworn he had a very good for coaching forwards before. I'm going to take a look at the footage again. I could have sworn that he was at a very good for coaching forwards. Now he's at a great. I wonder if we finally have coaching progression. It might be like subtle. I'm fairly certain that that was very good before. Now it's at a great. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look at the footage and see if that's actually changed. All right, let's take a look at our roster and see what we need. I would say we should at least get a respectable backup goaltender. We only have Kemper right now, and Keller and Bjorklund are likely not ready. Defensemen, you got 6. You got York, Lambos, Carlson, Ekholm, Iorio, and Villeneuve. That's apparently how it's pronounced, from what I was told in the comments. You got Krebs in the minors. You got Kostenko in the minors. Levshunov still unsigned. I'll call up Krebs for now. At forward, Ovi is still playing apparently. He's going 1 more year. They got Protas, Kartai, Phillips, Crystal, LaPierre, Carabella, Offer, Miroshnichenko, Snively, Artamanov, Rabinski, Liukas, Misek, and Thomas. I don't think Thomas is going to be playing. I'll send him down to the AHL. According to the training thing, Carabella isn't ready for the NHL level, even though he's already a 2.5 star. I don't buy that. I mean, his defensive category is probably what's holding him back, but he's too good at this point to be staying in the AHL because he will almost definitely, with Backstrom retired, he will almost definitely, I think, be in the top 6. Yeah, I think Carabella is going to get a lot of time. He's going to be able to grow, and maybe eventually this X on the level category will go away. Artamanov's up to a 4.5 star potential. Was he at that before? I know he wasn't that high when we drafted him, so he's definitely improved in his time here. I'm really liking the way he's turning out so far, at least as far as his development goes. And he had 33 points as well. So a decent rookie season there. Yeah, I think all we really need out of free agency is a backup goaltender. Everything else, I think we could just rely on the draft and any trades that we make during the draft. Because again, it's going to be a while before we're competitive. So I'm not looking for any, Kuzmenko's or Theodore's in free agency here. All right, David Riddick's good. He's a 2-star ability, I think, and he's only asking for a minimum contract. I think it's because he played in the AHL last year. Yep, may as well sign him. Oh, actually, we have a lot. We have to spend some money here now that I look at it. We're at 56 mil on the salary cap. We need to hit at least 61.7. You know what? Why not? May as well sign Peterson, just not for 3 years, ideally. I'll give him 1 year and I'll take him up to 4 mil. How's that sound? What? You want that? I guess he really wants that length. I'll go 2 years, 3.5. Yeah, I just didn't want the 3 years there. That wouldn't have been too good, but I'm fine with 2 years. And we're still gonna have to spend even more after this. I guess maybe I'll just get a solid veteran for the bottom 6. We'll go with Cam Atkinson here. He's a 2-star ability, asking for a good amount of money, but that's no problem. Go 4 mil for 1 year. There you go. And with that, I think that is all the free agents I want to sign. Atkinson, Peterson, and Riddick. That should bring us above the cap floor. I'll just check for some young free agents, see if we can get a steal here. Yeah, no one of note there, so I think we can just advance to the draft order announcement on July 5th. All right, here we go. Draft lottery time. We are, of course, at the number 1 seed right now. We'll see if that changes. Hopefully not. At 16, you have Colorado. 15, Minnesota. 14, St. Louis. 13, Nashville. 12, Calgary. 11, Winnipeg. 10, Anaheim. 9, Montreal. 8, the the Rangers. 7, Columbus. 6, Boston. 5, Arizona. 4, Philadelphia, not Montreal. At 3, San Jose. And 1, your Washington Capitals. There it is. Okay. So we get the first overall pick in this upcoming draft. And it appears we also have the 20th overall pick. And of course, that is from Nashville due to the trade we made last year involving Strome. So with that, let's get right to it.